So Peter, no game this weekend, but I'm sure the players haven't had the week off and you've been pumping them hard in training and getting them ready for the double header next week.
No, I think we all know how important Tuesday night is, and whether you play games before that or not, you know, the important thing is to make sure that we prepare right, do the right amount of work, and they've been in nearly every day. They've had the weekend off, which was a little bit of make them a bit fresher at times. But no, we've worked extremely hard and we'll be working hard up until Tuesday night.
And as you said, they're getting players a bit more fresh. I suppose the week off allows players who weren't like as fit coming into the Saturday just to have a bit of a rest and be ready for this sort of like final leg of games. Really.
Yeah, no, I think to be fair, we were due to play on the 23rd against Dover. Now it's the 26th. Then 3 days, to be honest with you, has given a couple of players a bit more of a chance to be selected, which I'm very, very pleased about. So in that respect, it's positive. I didn't particularly, I think we would have preferred to play on a Saturday. I think the club probably would have preferred a Saturday, but that's how it goes. But we'll, as I say, we'll be preparing right. We know it's a difficult game when we play it on the 26th because Dover have got better and the manager's done really well.
And someone we've seen come back in recent weeks is Blanner. How positive is it to see a player like that come back into the squad? Well,
it's important, and that's why you mustn't rush something like that, because sometimes that's so important to you on that pitch. You're desperate to play them, but then you're desperate. Then you end up playing them and they're not 100% fit. And when in Angelo's case it was like a hamstring injury, if you take a gamble with that, then that could put him out for a long, long time. And that's not what we're about. You know, we don't want that. So I'm always very careful. You know, Doug Loft I haven't played twice in a week because he's had a couple of calf problems in the past, and that's why I didn't want to do that. I'm much happier approaching the last 8 matches knowing we've got a near-on fit squad. Because I know then our near-on fit squad will get us a couple of wins.
And I think the announcement's coming out tomorrow, but Lamar Reynolds is moving to Chelmsford to just get a bit of game time and really help bolster their sort of promotion.
Well, I hope it does. I hope it does for Lamar's case more than anybody's, because it's been a bit frustrating for Lamar. He's had a bit of a hit and miss season with us. I think it was right for him to go and play some football. He wanted to do it. He had a good chat with Chelmsford about it, so he's nice and positive. So I really hope he goes down there and does well, and because he's very, very capable, whether he's playing on the wing or is he playing as a second striker. So I'm pleased for Lamar. We know we can get him back in 28 days' time if we need him for the last couple of matches. You know, I think it'll be good news for him.
And as we spoke about before, it's all about now hitting that 50-point mark and looking for safety and just building and hopefully give the fans something to smile about come towards the end of the season.
Well, I'm sure, you know, if you'd have spoken to the fans, you know, a month into the season, they'd have been nervous. They probably would have been looking at a young squad thinking, is it going to get better? We were getting beat at that particular time, but only by the odd goal. Then you're 2 months into the season, 3 months into the season, you're then thinking we're in trouble here, and then all of a sudden we got the opportunity to bring in a bit more experienced players and good quality players that's come and helped the team. So if somebody said to you, look, in 8 games to go, you've got a really good chance of staying up, I think any of our supporters would have grabbed it.
And also, as you mentioned there, the next 2 games, both teams sort of going to be fighting for something now. There's that sort of gap where there's sort of uncertainty between them sort of teams. So no game's going to be easy from now. No,
we've all got the same pressure. You know, we've all got it. You know, and you never know in the National League because the standard is so tight. You never know if you're going to win or lose because, you know, it's all about on the day and how you respond. Now, I'm confident enough with the squad of players that we've got now, in our 8 matches we can get 2 wins at least, if not more. But I know we can get that at least if we perform the way that we can perform. We'll always take Dover, Chesterfield, all of them into account and give them as much respect as they deserve. But we're going to make sure that we get our house in order first.